delete about this. Madre mia.
Hey, Dan.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
That shit ain't real. You're telling me.
You still owe me a...
I wish every beach...
Hey, boo.
Hey, what's going on?
So, like, man, I know it's rough out there, man, but you gotta have faith, man. Alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Like the therapist above says, man, it's gonna be okay. Alright? You gotta chill the hell out, man. Alright? Otherwise, it's not gonna be too good. You gotta enjoy life. Alright? Because the alternative is not so good. Not so good, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
All right. Good luck with that therapy.
So, man, I mean, I was sent here to clear things up. And it's not that people don't understand, it's just that people don't understand. I mean, like, hey, you know, you gotta do the right things, not the lame things. It's like when you get 10 coffees, okay? And then you get the stickers that say you get a totally free one, man. I mean, that's outrageous. Ugh. Here's something interesting. Try not to be such a buzzkill. For example, when your mom calls and she really ruins the buzz and you're all up there on the high astral plane with the big guy himself and she's like, do your washing. And you're like, but how come we live with a guy that's not even my dad? And she's like, you're special. And I'm like, cool. Have you ever wondered who I am? I'm not. I mean, I'm somebody that's like something that's really far out there. I mean, it's like when you watch sports and they pour the orange drink all over the old guy when the team wins. I mean, that's what I'm a fan of. Only it's a little bit different. So, like, yeah, the really important thing is to make sure everything's clear. That's what my dad says. Make it clear. I mean, it's me, him, and this other guy who no one really understands because he, like, doesn't speak or do anything. And I'm like, we're all supposed to be equal, the three of us. And I'm like, Dad, that's not fair. And he's like, I don't make the rules. And I'm like, yes, you do. Hey, man, you know, things are always really cool. But, like, sometimes they're not really cool, and you want to get really mad, man. But, hey, man, don't get mad, and don't get even, get mellow, man. Because that's, like, a longer way of getting even, man. And it's just not cool when people are not cool, and then you gotta be like, hey, bro, man, that's not cool. And that's just the way things are, man. You know, that's just the way they are. So there's this guy, and he's walking, right? And I'm like, that's really weird. Who the hell walks? And it's like he gets hurt, and all these people are looking at it like, oh, I'm late for my enema. And I'm like, that's such a bummer. Anyways, this guy stops and helps him, even though he doesn't have health insurance. And I'm like, that's so cool, man. So yeah, there's this kid I know, yeah, and he's really upset because of his brother. I mean, his brother goes to school out of state or something, and he never comes back home for the holidays, always wasting his dad's money on parties and cake stands and stuff. Anyways, he comes back home, and his dad lets him drive his new car, but not my friend. And my friend's like, lame, and the dad's like, not lame. And that's just the way it is, man. Can you imagine? I mean, can you just imagine what it would be like if everyone was just cool and all the lame people were just not lame? I mean, but even if they were, I'd be like, hey, it's cool. You're lame. I'm cool with that. I'm just here to try to say not to be lame, but even if you are, it's all good. Like, I used to be a mad sick skater and biker and stuff, and then check this out. I kind of grew up a bit, and I'm not anymore, and that's just how it is. I put away the stuff when I was a kid. Well, now I'm not so much, apart from action figures, because they're still cool, and that's cool. Like, I spoke to my dad, and he used to be a real mean guy. I mean, like, he used to be a dick, especially to Jews. It's not that he doesn't like Jews. I mean, he loves Jews. I mean, he might even be Jewish himself. And then I came along and everything was cool. I mean, that's what I really love about him. I mean, he's got this really rad beard like an old hipster dude, man. So, like, you know, when you want to get baked and you're all stressed because you don't have anything to smoke, well, don't get stressed about that crap, man. Life is too short. And if you want to get baked, do so, but not too much. I love chill people. I mean, I love people that aren't very confident about themselves. You know, people that do really interesting stuff, not to be a dick, but because it's cool, man. I mean, I really don't like people that do stuff to call themselves really cool all the time. Like posers and people who show off about yoga. Hey, bros! What's up? I mean, who's it hanging? Oh, I don't mean that. I mean, how's it hanging, man? Oh, bless you all. Bless you. Oh, I'd love a latte. Oh, maybe I'll make some out of water or something, or some sushi, or some herby focaccia. Oh, man, it's totally rad, man. It's totally rad. So, like, man, I know it's rough out there, man, but you gotta have faith, man. Alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Like the therapist above says, man, it's gonna be okay. Alright? You gotta chill the hell out, man. Alright? Otherwise, it's not gonna be too good. You gotta enjoy life. Alright? Because the alternative is not so good. Not so good, man. So, like, the alternative to life, man, is death. And the interesting thing is that, well, life is cool, but so is death, man. I mean, life is like a crazy mind fuck. And then death, well, I mean, that's like a crazy mind fuck too, man. It's outrageous praise. Oh, man, it's so rad.
Come in, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
How have you been?
Oh, good. Things been good. No, actually, things ain't been good. Things been a far fucking way from good. I've been acting out. That's what you would call it, I think, right? Acting out.
So what exactly has been the problem?
I'm not good, Doc. Not good at all.
I'm sorry to hear that. Tell me.
I've been caught up in the bullshit, Doc. You know, ever since I pulled this Mexican's house off a hill, it's been nothing but killing and robbing. And I hooked up with this old associate. I even got a new one, too. This kid. With, I don't know, he's got similar proclivities. You know? Oh, God. Now everything's out of control. But it's not by choice. You know, my life just got away from me.
That sounds a lot like denial, Michael. This is really worrying. So, any other violent urges, friend?
Yeah, I mean, I've had good days, Doc, but mostly they've just been really bad days. I've been doing really bad things, you know, hurting people.
You're a very sick man, Michael. I'm doing all I can, but we need more sessions.
Everyone makes mistakes. I'm not trying to be perfect.
Okay. And what about your sexual behaviors?
I've been well. I mean, I've had thoughts, but I've been good. Not a single problem.
We all have thoughts, Michael. Not acting on them is real progress.
I just ain't myself right now, Doc. Not since my life went crazy.
You're plainly addicted to chaos.
Well, I'm not sure that's true, Doc. I'm not exactly enjoying myself here. You know, what I'm addicted to is not getting killed. But for some reason, I keep getting my ass into situations where getting killed is a little hard to avoid.
What about the people you kill?
Well, yeah, but that's not for fun.
Are you sure?
What exactly are you asking, Doc? Am I a psychopath who enjoys suffering? Or a sociopath who doesn't give a flying fuck about the rules? Come on, we've already had this conversation, right? I'm neither. I'm just a fat, washed-up jock who can't get his head around the fact that his high school football career didn't play out the way that he planned. The only way I'm content and competent is with a gun in my hand or a price on my head.
You're very defensive, Michael. Do you consider yourself a failure?
I pay you to listen to my problems. I'm rich, I'm miserable. I mean, half the time my kids can't stand me, the other half, my wife is cheating on me. I kill people without remorse, Doc. Hell, I'm pretty average for this town, really. Hey, wait a minute, that's the shot. I think I'm having a breakthrough here, Doc. I know that I'm just terrified that
I'm sure you are, but that's really all we have time for. See you next time.
Okay.